Devil or angel, I can't make up my mind which one you are. I'd like to wake up and find.
The honeymoon for the typical urban superintendent doesn't last very long. During his first 2 years, Philadelphia's new superintendent got a very public, on-the-job education about Philadelphia politics. His chief ally was Philadelphia's mayor, Ed Rendell. People are saying, well, you're actually the linchpin. I mean, if you or your support wavers, he's in big trouble.
I don't think he has to worry. My support's there for the long run. I think David Hornbeck has to be given an opportunity, and an opportunity here is 4 or 5 years to see whether he can make a dent in these problems.
The mayor evaluated his protege after 2 years.
I would give David an A on enthusiasm, an A on ideas, an A on commitment. I mean, he's taken a lot of grief, and probably a D on political skills. But he's getting better on political skills, too.
I'm very optimistic, and I give Dr. Hornbeck an A.
Gail Tomlinson of the Citizens Committee for Public Education in Philadelphia was less enthusiastic. Give David Hornbeck a grade.
C-. At the beginning, we were talking about a vision, which is, as most visions are, a perfect vision. But it's making the vision real that always presents the problem.
David Hornbeck's been here for 2 years. Give him a grade.
I would give David Hornbeck's program an F.
An F?
An F. An F for fraud.
There's a thrill upon the hill. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the beginning, David Hornbeck said that student achievement was his bottom line. Success meant changing what was happening in the classroom, more learning. Now, Hornbeck hadn't had enough money to put children achieving in all of Philadelphia's 257 public schools, but it had been up and running for 2 years in 64 schools. If children achieving was making a difference, we ought to be able to find the evidence in those schools. Clara Barton is one of those schools. It's an elementary school, kindergarten through 4th grade, with 875 students. Enrollment has grown steadily. Most of the new students are from immigrant families.
There's at least 6 languages in my class, children who speak 6 different languages.
Technology is central to children achieving. When Hornbeck arrived, Philadelphia schools had 1 up-to-date computer for every 30 to 40 students. His goal was a 1-to-6 ratio. He persuaded IBM to donate $2 million worth of equipment and services.
And that's a powerful tool for youngsters who face major barriers to reading, like being learning disabled or being a youngster whose first language isn't English. And Barton in Philadelphia is the place that all that's being developed.
Clara Barton received 18 computers on March 18, 1996. The new computers were set up in 3 classrooms.
But there's another room up there that needs 2 PCs and 2 monitors.
There were a lot of problems in the beginning. We didn't know the problem, or the programs weren't all installed.
It was enough to get started with the reading and the writing because they're only 7 and 8 years old.
This is the first year I ever used computers. Yeah, it was pretty hard at first, but then once we get used to it, it's pretty easier.
Teachers used the new computers to help students learn to read.
You know what this is called? Right.
Well, if I don't know the word, and the panda will say it, and if I don't know what's the book about, I could click on the eye on the top of each page.
And now I give out hall passes. They can come in the morning and use them. They can come back at lunchtime. So they're always, they want to be here all the time.
In the mornings, I like to come in and take off my coat, and I put everything away. Then I go straight to the computers with my friends.
And their writing has improved immensely. And I've had a writing workshop for years, and this is the best I've ever had. And it motivates children who ordinarily don't care to write, because they want to type on the computer. It's just amazing. I had no idea when I got started on this that it would come to what's happening now, and I think it's great.
One classroom used the new technology to create a TV studio.
What languages do you speak in your country? About
where students recorded book reports, produced a news program, and interviewed guests.
Quiet on the set.
Tell me something about your job.
Well, the most fun part of my job is getting to come, like this morning, to your school here at Barton and see all the children hard at work doing things like interviewing superintendents.
Children Achieving allows individual schools to make important decisions about curriculum and teaching.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Clara Barton has chosen a new math, reading, and science program.
So we're going to be using it for reading, writing, social studies, and science.
Does David Hornbeck in central office sort of tell you what to do, or are you making decisions here to change?
No, our principal brought the program in, told us about it, and we decided to do it, to see if we can help the kids achieve more in reading and language arts. So we brought it in.
And I think that's initiated because Hornbeck wants to see changes in schools that need to improve.
Toward the end of Hornbeck's third year, the teacher's skepticism was vanishing.
I mean, it wasn't a haphazard thrown together program. They equipped the schools with the furniture they needed, all the equipment they needed, the hands-on things, the books. They did a good job.
They've never done that before.
Well, we talked last. One of the questions I asked you is, do you feel the effect of whoever is in running the system?
Well, I guess as we talk about it, we do. I mean, classes are put together and you actually get supplies for new classes. We have full-day kindergarten. The teachers have started to notice a difference in the reading levels of children. Yes.
That was 1997, the end of Hornbeck's third year. We went back to Clara Barton in the spring of 2000, as his sixth year was coming to a close. Are students learning more today than they did before David Hornbeck got here?
We're certainly making the effort. We certainly are.
Clara Barton is using a new reading program, and its test scores have improved significantly, so much so that the school received bonus money from the system.
We're certainly investing money in the effort.
I mean, look at all the computers.
Our attendance is, we have 140 computers in this building, all networked.
Clara Barton was one of 64 schools out of 257 that got Hornbeck's Children Achieving treatment. If the other 63 turn out to be doing as well as Barton, then you'd have to say that Hornbeck's crusade to save Philadelphia's schools is a success. But school reform is not that simple.